Whoops. Good day, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I was actually preparing the cards and was gonna cut this scene, but this guy just couldn't hold himself. So here we are once again with a not proper greeting to you, but just an instant start. I really wonder why do I speak like this when I'm channeling, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay, we have the Prince of Skates from the Bosch deck, and here there are keywords underneath it, but yeah, I'm not too fond of those because they're mostly too negative. I don't see it as such, but it says indecision, too many options, balance, pleasure. No. Okay. As I mentioned in our former sessions, that the skates suit is about the mind mainly. It is not the air element, so there is another suit that also refers to mind, but this is a certain state of the mind, and it is maybe I should read them to you because they're different from the original tarot, since it's still a new deck. Just let me first. We see greed here, Knight of Berries and the Grail Knight. The Grail Knight is number, what is that, 18? Oh my god, what's the dreamer? Oh god, it's number 18. I realized that in the former reading I read a number wrong when I saw this card. It was a dreamer card, but I recalled the number wrong, so sorry guys. So this is number 18 and it's the Grail Knights. It's the unknown as usual, and taking a risk is our main theme. I like the depiction, the Grail Knight here on this deck, because on Original Moon, you know, the aura, it's pretty different than that. The Grail reminds me of the Holy Grail, and this knight guarding this Holy Grail is taking a huge risk. To save his honor. He's holding the cup in his hands. See the Holy Grail, and these giant rats are eating him, eating his guts. Green, white, and in the background, maybe it will be easier for you to see. In the background, we have another, probably knight, one of his fellows. Sorry, completely nude, but these are, yeah, stripped off, you know, his clothes were stripped off, and there was this sword gutted his guts. Perfect English I'm using right now. And this guy, whoever is doing that, has strange wings, look like a demonized form of butterfly wings with eyes, but it's red, and I see other people there as well, and his helmet is covering his eyes so that he does not see. Maybe they're the same person. See fire. Oh, I also see a white flag here. There is a white flag and a holy grail, but they're still cutting him out. Oh, fear. Oh my god. You know, I said that they might be the same person. This person is purely naked, but his helmet covers his eyes, so he cannot see. And while he's doing that, another demon is stabbing him with a sword through his gut. His, yeah, gut, not stomach. The gut is intuition. The helmet covering his eyes is lack of sight, it's darkness. And in the darkness, when you cannot see, the demon comes to gut you. You have a sense in your gut, in your stomach, that something is off. And in the gap of you are in fear, the record plays your deepest, darkest fears. I see the Holy Grail in his left hand. You have this fear. Oh my god, I forgot this again. Just give me a moment. Sorry, guys. Yeah, okay. It's a notification in the moment. Yeah, what was I saying? Let me collect it. You were afraid to be naked. I mean, spiritually. I mean, of course, really, but in real life, this has its correlation. But showing out your purity, your naivety, you know, that white flag, that peaceful version of you to the rest of the world. Because you think that if you do that, they are going to cut you, these rats. You see some part of the society as rats, perhaps. I had that intuition. So, and you don't want to be hunted down behind your back. You know, you always want to be ready. Therefore, you don't want to show the peace flag or wear your heart out on your sleeve. You know, that this man holding this cup in his left hand gives me the idea, the saying that's wearing your heart on your sleeve, you know. You don't want to do that because you're afraid again. Okay, so this is the main energy. The other energies around it shows us what's complementary to it, the details right now. Baron of Books, Prince of Books, Knight of Berries, Prince of Scales. I see a greed coming out of indecision here on this side. You are actually a quite talented person. You have many talents and you're smart, but you have the worst driver on your vehicle seat, and that is the one who's afraid. Because this indecision is being very apparent actually in this energy, that you know, you are driving this car, you're going, and something instantly happened that requires you to make an instant decision to save the situation in its best outcome, in the form of, you know, the best outcome, you know, like without hurting yourself, for example. In that very moment, you become indecisive, and because of that, you crash, for example. And this happened multiple times, and you know what I'm talking about actually pretty well. So, this is one side of it, this indecision. The other side of it is your fear shadows your desires, your satisfaction, your talents. I see two birds. Interesting. One coming out of the fruit. There's specific birds actually. We should research them, but I will research them and put their names, list them in the description box, so that if you're interested in these specific birds and what they mean symbolically, you can check it out. Coming back to the energy, I see. Are they coins or gems? Something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 gems or coins, I see. And this fruit. This fruit is just like a pentacle, is a significant symbol of the berries suit. Like the forbidden fruit, you know? That is the forbidden fruit of knowledge. Is the message behind it. Bosch painted them in the Garden of Earth, the lights, emphasizing that. The knowledge of good and evil, you know, we all do that very bit. Anyways, this indecision freezes you. That's one part, when you need that action the most in your life. The second part is you constantly turn to this point of dissatisfaction in your life. And you start idealizing some dreams in your mind and turn your focus towards these dreams, these states, rather than your own real life. And you start trying to replace this, you try to replace this dissatisfaction with these dreams in your mind, and try to keep yourself satisfied using these dreams so that you can keep on going in life. But it is your enemy, not your friend. Because as long as you do that, you will not be able to see what's right in front of you and be satisfied from it, okay? You need to give some space to yourself and others so that you can feel the satisfaction, not this satisfaction. So, because sometimes I really, after I finish the sessions, I realize that I really speak you know, not so clearly. Sometimes words are swallowed in my own mouth. There is misuse of intellectual power. and sexual power. But this misuse of sexual power derives from misuse of intellectual power. So the root is somewhere in your mind, in your mind state, that you continue to put yourself into. All this is happening just because you're afraid of the unknown and afraid to be seen and be naked in front of people. And this is, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, that's waste of living. It really is. You should be it's your life, come on. I mean, you are afraid of rats cutting you when you wear your heart on your sleeve. Well, I'm telling you out of experience, I love wearing my heart on my sleeve most of the time. And what it only brought me is like, no one got me, I got them, if you know what I mean. So be bold. Nothing's gonna, I mean, you're losing more. You're losing more in this way. Prince of Books. Okay, again, 2 books, Baron of Books, the Prince of Books. Books are about, I told you, intellect. Berries are about earth. Fertility and abundance and those kinds of things. And we'll check the skates because the thing is, number one, you think that your most powerful talent is your intellect. It is wrong. It isn't your most powerful skill. Talent is just, and it's not even a talent, it's just a tool. Two, the way you try to overcome challenges when you feel stuck or in between certain problematic state is try to dominate the situation with your intellect. It's poor game. I'm being completely honest to you. I have to be honest to you, I promised. But you might not like it, of course, in that case. Sorry, but friends tell you the truth, and I am the ultimate friend that you never met in your physical life, so I'll tell you the truth. You can take it or leave it the way you want. It's fine. And if you ever feel like hearing it out once again, you can come back. So this dominating this situation through your intellect is this Grail Knight energy. You think that you're completely clothed, you know, clothes on, you know, like cloaked maybe. Yeah, that's a better choice of word. You think that your intellect cloaks you. It doesn't. Anyone who has clear vision can see what you're up to. It's not that hard to see. Okay, that one. I lit a new candle for you guys, but It's too tall to be seen right now. But we'll see in the coming days. I like this candle magic thing. Oh, I was going to read you the skates. Let me do that before I interpret these cards, because the deck is still new and it is always better to rely on the written text than try to make it up on my own at this stage. So I hope you can hear me clearly. We are going to read the skates. Maybe I can read the Prince of Skates, but I rather not, because I have my own way of interpreting this. I'll read the suit of skates, the whole skate suit. Okay, corresponding elements: water and metal. Meaning of the suit: trouble, difficulties, indecision, fun. It's a negative suit. A negative form of swords, perhaps, because of the extra suits here. I guess our author clearly separated the negative aspects and positive aspects of the suits in this deck, which is a service. Since I don't take reversals in general in my readings, it's good to see separated depiction. The suit of skates has some of the darkest imagery in the deck. Ice skating was a popular activity in Netherlands. However, rather than idealize its inherent fun and whimsy, skates in Bosch's paintings are a metaphor for unseen dangers and potential mishaps. When skating on a pond or lake, there is always a chance the ice could break, with the skater falling into freezing water, which reminds me of the novel of, I love that, Boris Vian, yeah, the French writer. I don't know the book's English name, but I will also list it in the description box so you can check it out. There was a scene there in the beginning of the book. They were ice skating. It was grim. It's a lovely book, by the way, but it is somewhat sad, let's just say. But you can read it if you like it. Most of the scenes in the suit come from the Hell panel of the Garden of Earthly Delights. In the medieval and Renaissance periods, Hell was often depicted as a place of intense cold as well as fire. Sinners would thus be tormented either by the cold darkness or blazing heat. The elements of metal and water in the suit combine the difficulties of metal creations, the skates, with the unpredictable flow of water, ice. Nice. Okay, the hell suit is the skates. I have that in the feeling, so thank you for this awesome work. Yes, where were we? Another prince right underneath the Prince of Skates is the Prince of Cups on Thoth's deck, which is ironic, let me tell you. And right underneath the Knight of Berries, this dissatisfaction of your sexual chakras, and you get what I'm saying, is Two of Cups, which is the eternal bond of love and entanglements. Interesting. Right underneath the Grail Knight is Six of Pentacles, which is family and wisdom, and also success as depicted in this deck. I see a rose here in the center. And the Baron of Books. Right underneath we have Seven of Cups. Your sexual indiscretions are misleading you. In your weakest point, you always listen to those urges, and that is the mistake, because you listen to that urge and right the moment right after it you are committed a certain adultery or misuse of power, or I don't know, you simply come to your senses and you're like regretting the whole situation, and this always happens. So what makes us human, you know, the difference between us and monkeys is that our ability to learn from our mistakes, right? So maybe for a change, when that voice starts speaking, you're just like, I don't know, read a good book, my friend. Or listen to some music. Dream if you need to, but don't get out of your house, or don't invite anybody in, okay? Until that passes. So that patience, show a little patience. Here on this card, you know, we have patience depicted here also. Just, we're humans, okay? Sometimes we feel imbalanced, okay? It's like, even though you are living your dream life, it's just a mind state, and that sometimes happens because chemistry, man, chemistry is just chemistry. So nothing big deal, you know, like it's, yeah. So all you gotta do is show a little patience to yourself and the world around you, okay? And right underneath is the sun. See, the number 19 are two spirits, pure children playing under the sun. It's beautiful, illuminated sun. I see all the zodiac around it. It's the center, right? Yeah, it reminds me. These zodiac signs right now reminded me mind states. And as it did that, I realized that in the center of all these mind states is the sun. So the sun is the center, the sun is you. And the sun is bright, okay? So it's the center of the whole luminescence, therefore it cannot cast a shadow upon itself, not really, and it cannot see the shadow, okay? It's the center, it's too hot and too light, therefore even with the times you forget that you are the sun, you are easier to be misguided by your shadow. It is making it seem as if like you have more options than one that you have to choose in between, but there isn't. There is only one option always. Only the setting changes, and the setting is just the theatrics of it. So it's nothing big. All right. So this number one, the main energy in this like Against the Grail Knight, we see 6 of Pentacles. 1. You are afraid of failure with a significant other. Therefore, you never start, which is a failure in itself. Like, even if you don't ever try from the start, you failed from the beginning. I don't know. This is a mind trick. It's, I mean, you shouldn't be listening to these kind of voices. It's like this is biggest failure. If I never try, I will not be so sad when it fails. Bullshit. You will. Were we allowed to swear on YouTube? Sorry. It just came out of my mouth. Yeah, you will feel just sad as ever, you know, like this is not going to change anything. The only thing that it might change is that during your last times on earth, you might have a lot of regrets to remember, therefore it will be harder for you to die. Today my tongue is so blunt, oh my god, but this is what it is, you know. You will have so many regrets that you will have a hard time dying. You know, that's the ultimate suffering. So if you don't want to suffer in your life, make mistakes, okay? Be bold. If you feel like you want someone, go and get them, for example, if you can. If you cannot, like, be happy that you at least tried. You went after what your heart beats for, and you learn from it, and go, continue. Life continues. Life goes on. You know, life is beautiful. It really is. It's just a matter of perspective, okay? Second part, the reason you are afraid of being naked in front of love, I'll say, this love can be any form of love, self-love, love towards some significant other, ... fill in the blanks, okay? Our candle is going wild right now. I guess I'm doing this right this time. All right. What was I saying? You were afraid to be naked because you think that you don't have what it takes. Who are you to not have what it takes? Where did this idea come from in the beginning? Look around you. People are falling in love, having babies, and then dying. Are they like wise men who really know what they are doing at every step of the way, you think? Do they seem like it? No. Most of them looks like fools. And we're fine by it because this is life. Okay? So you don't need extra talents or skills or wisdom and whatnot to be worthy of love and living. Okay? So this is also your demon talking to you. Okay? Don't listen to these things. Remind yourself, you are worthy of love and living just by you are, because you're here, right? You're born, you're on this earth, this is your time. Okay? So, use it, live it, it's fine. That's number 2 on this. So, you think you don't have the worthiness and wisdom, and you think that you would feel worse if you fail, if you have tried. But if you have never tried it before, like this is, why am I saying that? Because like sometimes you fall in love, or things you fall in love with happens, and you walk away because you're afraid of the whole encounter. This is one of the worst things a person can do to themselves. Okay? Like, you, without even starting, you kill the opportunity of happiness in your life all the time. And then You go and tell yourself like, I am dissatisfied, I feel this dissatisfaction, I don't feel satisfied in this life, and I don't know what am I gonna do, dot dot dot, yada yada yada, you know, it's like, and then buzzing all around, you know, like unknowingly which direction to go. Take your chances first, and that dream state is not gonna get you far, let me tell you. Which reminded me of the song Swimming Pools, Kendrick Lamar's. I'll also list it in the description box so that you can listen to it. There was this lyrics that you won't go far, spread your wings because you are not going to go far, something there. You will understand what I mean when if you listen to it. So okay, another truth. There is nothing in your life, specifically in your case, else than to keep you satisfied. There is nothing else that could keep you satisfied in this lifetime on this earth right now than true love. This true love doesn't have to be love towards someone else specifically, but it is a general cluster, okay? It includes a love for another and yada yada yada, you know what I mean, but true love, okay? For you, the only route to satisfaction is to find this forbidden fruit, this eternal knowledge, self-knowledge, self-love. This, you gotta dig this, you gotta find the truth. That's the only thing. The rest will be only a circus for you. Therefore, you will not be satisfied. So, you know, you already have the answer actually, but you're all in your weak states. You always trick yourself as if you need to make some choices in between deceitful, different cups, you know, different opportunities, different people. No, you already know. Okay. All those things arriving to distract you from the truth, and you are willingly taking it, and then you cry, I see no light, I see no light. The light is here, you're at the center of it. You see, like, this is an eclipse kind of energy. This is the moon into traditional tarot, and this is the sun. Here you go. Okay, let me put it this way. This is, they're blocking each other right now in this energy because you don't know where you stand. That's why they're blocking. The sun and moon coming out together does not always mean an eclipse, a blocking energy like that. But in this case, you think that the moon is as big as the sun and it emits its own kind of light. And you forget that moon is much, much, much smaller compared to the sun. And it only reflects the light that it obtains from the sun. It doesn't emit its own light. It's not its own light source. You forget about that. And because of that, they seem equal to you, but they are not, actually. They're not equals. Okay? That's the trick of the eclipse, right? Because of the distance you, in your current point, Earth in this case, like, because of the distance you have towards the sun and relative to it, to the moon, that distance, when it is in a specific time and a specific position, the moon seems as big as the sun, and it blocks it for a certain amount of time. But it is a magic trick. It's not real. Okay, it's about your position. You are on Earth. Okay, but they are not equals. So let me go this way. So, how are you? How's life so far? You seem a little agitated. I'm fine, thank you. I'm in my element. Oops. Okay. Let me see. What is this? 9 of coins. King of wands. Judgment. Jesus. And 10 of cups. Oh no. 10 of swords. See the eclipse kind of Queen of Cups energy. My cat wants to say something to you. I don't know what, but ask her. Maybe she'll answer. I'll play it for a while. Look, this is your own judgment, okay? You are the master of your own energy. You have the wisdom and the experience of lifetimes. You know that, imagine a tree. Imagine an oak tree. How many years, how many, I don't know, seasons it took to become that oak tree. You have this oak tree. This oak tree is your wisdom, your experience, okay? You have that within you. Plus, you are the master of your own energy. And this is the fire element. It instantly answers to you. It is fast energy. You are the judge of this, okay? Hence the judgment card. You are the judge of this. You have a certain kind of resources, the wisdom. You have the energy and the authority right now combined. This says your life is your own judgment, okay? Your destiny is your own judgment. You will decide, and you have no one else to blame, okay? You are not the victim of your destiny, of your life. You are the author. You are the authority. This is your decision. Make a decision, okay? And own it. Own it. You want to live a life of 10 of cups, full of love and wish fulfillment and abundance, your dream life in that sense. You want to live that life, or you want to live the life of 10 of swords, grim life. This is an abundant life. This is a grim life, okay? So choose, okay? You can imagine the cycle, red pill or blue pill. Choose if you want. If you don't choose, I will tell you what's going to happen. You're going to live the 10 of Swords life, because indecision is a form of decision. Remember that. You've been living in that indecision, in that indecisive and dissatisfied state for a long time in your life. And have you seen any 10 of Cups in your life? No, you haven't. Of course, you had your fun times. I don't mean that. But in the depth of your heart, at the very core, it was grim. So don't act as if the choice is someone else's to make than yours. It is your choice. Own it. Okay? Let me see. I also, back of the deck energy, Queen of Cups. Intuition. And love. I see. You've lost someone because you haven't listened to your intuition in the right time. You lost that person. And now you're using that death, ghost of that person, to remain in the grim states. We're not buying that, friend. We're not buying that. That person is long gone. And reimagining its ghost as an ideal is not helping you. It's keeping you in the same state. And maybe you will love someone else in the future and you're going to make the same mistake out of the mistake you've made on that person. Act as if you're acting as if you got your lesson. Well, you haven't, because you are laying with the ghost of her. Don't do that. Okay? Okay, these are our final messages for you guys. I guess I used all the decks I intended. Yes. Let me check the card. Yes. Oh my god, it's 48 minutes. Time flies when I'm doing these. It's crazy. Okay, inner truth. This is wisdom of the heart, clarity, purity, intuition, wisdom of the intuition, consciousness, and understanding. Exactly, we've been talking about this. It's also 61 and number 7. Let me see, anything else, my friend? Anything else come in? I feel like I'm tired of people lying to themselves. So I became a tarot reader. Haha. I'm not lying to you guys. That's my whole purpose here. On this crazy world, I will use all these illusions in my expense to show you the truth. Art is a form of illusion. I had the intuition to open this up like this today, so. Okay, this is number 64, right before the completion. It says, this guy is trying to walk on ice, and the ice shatters behind where he walked. So this is a form of memory. It's the depiction of a memory. You made so many poor decisions in your life that you oh my god, yeah, it's those bad decisions. Okay, at least it feels like that to you, but that's not true. Where you walked shattered. Okay, therefore when you were about to step onto the new area, you are afraid that where you put your feet on, it will shatter. So you are being extra cautious and being indecisive. This energy, yes, you see, it's the same kind of energy. This is the energy. Oh, Prince of Skates on ice. This guy's also walking on ice. You're walking on thin ice, my friend. At least it feels like. It's like I'm talking about your indecision and your drama in such a joyous sense. It's so funny, but ironic, let's say, not funny. Maybe you can do that also. You have to be extra cautious. You're almost there. It's like a little cycle that's closing right now again, because the cycle you closed beforehand was different. That was a death. This is not about death. This is simply a cycle for you to not bring some certain. You're picking which data to bring forth from your earlier life, let's say, metaphorically, okay? Because you need to let go of some data, but you are going to carry on useful data, some other useful data with you to this new life of yours. Therefore, you are trying to clear yourself in that sense. And therefore you have to be extra cautious in the face of uncertainty and about loss of faith. This is the time where you have to be faithful. Okay, you will not going to see any sort of signs that are going to tell you, yes, you're on the right path, yes, this is the person, that is the thing. Nothing. You and your heart, you're alone. Face it. Just face it. Okay, because that's the only way you're gonna learn how to listen to your own beat of the drum. Okay, because until this point you listened anything but not your own beat of the drum. So that's over. Hello, we are here. We've got cookies. Come to the side. I won't say dark side, but come to this side. Okay, so be patient with yourself and pay attention. Your clue is purity and naivety. Okay, for example, a voice appeared in your heart. Stop for a moment and ask yourself, whose voice is it? What kind of person? Why not person? Person is derived from Latin persona. Persona means mask. Theater mask. Okay, so the person is a mask. Side note, coming back to you. Yes, ask yourself, whose question? Who's saying this? What kind of a person would say this? By asking these kind of questions, you can eliminate the voices, because what you need is the pure sense. Okay, clear, pure, conscious sense. And if you listen to the voices in your head carefully, it will seem like daylight to you. Okay, there is a huge difference. You know, some voices seem like each other. This one is standalone. Okay, and you need to get used to recognizing it. That's the only thing. You have it in you already. Okay, what does this one say? We're like 50 minutes again, so I'm trying to keep them short, but I'm doing a terrible job at it. Okay. 18. Working on what needs repair. Healing. Correcting past mistakes. Repairment. Balancing act. And responsible action. All these cards now, after we have gone through the whole interpretation, speaks for themselves. You know, it's like you need to take responsibility of your own actions. Pay attention, pay close attention, and you're trying to fix the mistakes of the past. Don't fix anything. Nothing needs fixing right now. All you need to do is be present in you and heal yourself. Okay, the only way you can fix the mistakes of the past is by healing yourself, healing your perception, and being serious about that business, so that those mistakes will not repeat themselves in the future, right? And the only place that you can fix that is the present time. Don't go to the past, like suddenly go into that wormhole and try to fix, have these kind of, I don't know, duels in your mind and all that kind of stuff, and like those surfing in the mind and suddenly trying to fix all those past karma whatsoever. It's not needed. Just heal yourself. Okay, change your perception in the now instead. All right, what is this one? 26. what's the word? I'll get to that. It's personal awareness, strengthening your character from inside, concentration, personal discipline, and being aware of your own potential. Yes, it's like sometimes words just slip me by. Okay, this is taming. Okay, this says the taming power of the perfect. It's just pretty self-explanatory. I say that you have this idealism in your mind, this perfection, which is the thing that tames most humans and turn them into dogs. Let's just say. Because they never realize their own potential. Busied in their minds about this idea of perfection, and nothing around them seems perfect because that's not how the nature works. It is perfect in its own way, but in order for you to see that kind of perfection, first you need to understand that nothing is absolutely perfect, and in order for you to understand that, you need to drop the idea of perfection in your mind. Otherwise you don't see what's in front of you. You are looking through some certain colored lens that you created, and it is not objective. And that's why you become tamed by it, because it's like it is a certain way of rose colored glasses kind of situation actually. It's not its original color. And if you want to find your true potential, you know, strengthen your character, your soul, and working on your awareness, which of course you are going to decide, but I think you should work on your awareness. It's a beautiful choice. Therefore, you have to forsake these ideals so that they're not going to tame you, and you're not going to walk around being a dog thinking that you're human. Okay. All right, guys, this was it for today, and it was so blunt. I didn't see it coming, but it was all in love. I assure you that. So listen to your heart. Learn to discern the voice of your heart, that pure guy inside, you know, who's not darkened with the deception of this world. Okay, you know who that is. I had to. This is Page of Swords, eagerness, enthusiasm, future potential. Page is the mastery of the suit. Queens and kings are the mature, the mastery. So you have the potential to master your mind. You can do it. It's not that hard. It only takes a decision and some clear vision. For that clear vision, all you need to do is like take those colored glasses off first. It reminds me of this movie They Live. I don't know if you're into this 80s horror flicks. I'll also list it in the description box. It was funny because they had these glasses, the sunglasses in the movie. There we have our American white boy character, of course. He's in this city, big city. Seems like, I don't know, something like New York or whatsoever, but it's a science fiction sort of movie. So there are aliens in this movie, and these aliens took control of the earth. People think that they are living in their own world, but actually the aliens are harnessing them. Okay, they are running the world through media. There and this guy, because of some turn of events, stumble upon these sunglasses, and he puts them on, and then suddenly he sees the world for what it really is. It's different now. You need to take off your glasses. This guy needs to put them on because it's a tool in the movie. But then he realized that all these billboards and everything are not what they seem, and actually it's like these subliminal messages in them, and they are ruling people, and these aliens are living among us, and he goes crazy about it, and he decides to rebel. The movie is about that. It's a funny movie. It's too bad that it's funny, you know, kind of the 80s flicks. Yeah, so maybe you want to watch that. Okay, so be safe, and you're okay, and you are worthy, and I love you guys, so don't worry on that. Someone somewhere loves you, although they don't know you. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. We'll see that. Anyways, regardless, I love you guys, and if you like the way I interpret these messages, I would be so happy if you give me a like and comment. It helps the channel a great deal. So yeah, I hope you do so, and see you later.